Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. Tonight we're going to have a look at this awesome bi-directional OBD2 scanner from Thinkcar. This is the model 662. And as always, guys, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase this awesome OBD2 scanner from Thinkcar and help support the channel, make sure you check out the link in the description below because we do get a commission if you purchase this item. And of course, before getting started, just want to thank the good folks out at Thinkcar for sending me the scanner to review. Let's get started. Here's a quick look at everything you're going to get in the box. Of course, the data cable itself and a USB to USB-C charging cable. Alright guys, the 662 is going to give you all of the capabilities that you need to read your codes, reset codes to multiple modules. It's going to give you access to freeze frame data, live data, and most importantly, graphing. Now, live data and graphing only works if the scanner has enough power to make it run efficiently. Now, internally, we have a quad-core 1.8 GHz CPU with 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of ROM. And it also supports 128 gigs of micro SD storage. Screen size is a little bit over 6 inches, beautiful color display. Internal battery is 4,150 milliamps, and when this is plugged into your car, it charges at the same time. The 662 is also a bi-directional scanner, meaning that it not only reads your car's computer, but you can send commands to certain modules. Like let's say your window is not working. You can send commands to those different window modules to see which one is causing the problem. Now today I want to show you guys how you can utilize a scanner like this to purchase a new used car. We're going to be having a look at IM readiness, O2 sensor performance, and fuel trim. Let's have a look. This is the first screen you're going to see when you turn on the device. We're going to start off up here on the right hand corner. Just want to point out, you can see the current state of charge of my battery at 12.48 volts. That's because the engine is not on. So when we start it, we should see it bump about 14.5, 14.6 volts. And that's a good sign that the alternator is working. Again, internal batteries, 4,150 milliamps. We can see these titles on the top here. Right now we're in diagnose. That's where we're going to be doing the OBD2 testing. But I'm going to slide to the right here over in the maintenance tab. And this is where you're going to find all of your ABS reset, SRS, BMS, all that stuff's going to be right here in this tab. And then I'm going to slide one more to the right. You don't have to worry about paying for upgrades. The lifetime free of upgrades to make sure that the software is always going to be current. Now let's go back to OBD2, hit enter, and this is where it's going to try to find what protocol to use to match up to your car. All right, here is the first screen you're going to look at after it connects, and it gives us some great information. We can see that the MIL status is off, meaning that your check engine light is not there, and everything looks good. We got readiness completed, which is 3, but if you look a little bit lower, there are 4 that are not completed, and that means that there are 4 monitors that haven't turned on yet. So what we need to do next is do an IM readiness check, and this is how you do that. We're going to click on the readiness completed, hit enter, and then we're going to go up to the top, read IM readiness, and click on that guy right there at the top, ready status after cleared. Now this next screen is going to show us the status of each of these individual monitors. And it's either going to read ready, not ready, or not supported. And you want all of them to say ready. If any of these say not ready, it means that the computer was reset by either pulling the battery, by pulling power, or by using a device like this to reset the computer. And that could be because they're trying to hide something from you, like a check engine light. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that the IM readiness is all in ready status, even before you take a test drive. Really quick, for those of us living in states with emissions, if you're wondering what the techs are looking at when they plug in your car to either pass or fail you, these are some of the monitors that they're going to be looking at. So number 5, catalyst monitor, that has to be ready. And then your O2 sensor monitor has to be on as well. And then this last one here, your O2 sensor heater monitor. If any of these are not ready, they will fail you. You got to drive around, complete some drive cycles until they turn on. All right, let's have a look at O2 performance and fuel trim. But before we do that, we have to make sure that the car's computer is in a closed loop status, because when it's open, what we're going to be reading if we take readings is the preset of programs to get the car started. We want the monitors to be reporting to the car's ECU. So the way we're going to do that is we're gonna go back to read live data mode 1. And then we're gonna scroll down here to fuel systems 1 status. Click on that guy, and we're gonna see currently right now, we are at OL, open loop. So what we gotta do is start the car, let it warm up, and then get it into closed loop. Let's do that now. All right, back to fuel system 1 status, and let's see if we've done it. Car's been on for a while, and we are in closed loop, all set to do O2 sensor performance and fuel trim. Let's have a look at the O2 performance. And when you're looking at a new used car, it's important that these are working properly because they're really expensive to replace. And by looking at the sensor 2 after the catalytic converter, it can tell you if you need to replace that because that's another expensive repair. So back in the same area, we're going to look for sensor 1 and sensor 2. I have a 4-cylinder car, so it's only going to be bank 1. Now bank 1, we should see fluctuate up and down because it's before the catalytic converter. It's catching all of those exhaust fumes, so it's going to make the voltage go up and down. Now after the catalytic converter is sensor 2. It should not be moving at all. So these numbers look very good. Now, if you are a visual learner like me, having this big color screen with a fast processor makes it possible to have multiple graphing points on one screen at the same time. So you can do them one at a time like this. So here's sensor 1. We can see it fluctuating up and down. Here's a quick look at sensor 2. But ideally what you want to do to see the relationship between both is to get them both on the screen at the same time. So you can click graph down here. You can look at them side by side, and you can take it even a step further and bring them both in by hitting combine. And you can really see the relationship between both. I'm gonna let this run for a while so you can see it there. Sensor 1 in blue going up and down. You got sensor 2 down there at the bottom just being flat. So if you're looking at a new used car and it doesn't look like this, kinda iffy. Let's close it up by having a look at fuel trim. Now, this is incredibly important to look at when you're looking at a new used car because the car's computer is constantly adjusting the amount of air and fuel it has in the engine to making sure that it runs smoothly. And if it's not within a certain range, that means there's a number of things that could be wrong, right? You could have an exhaust leak, a vacuum leak. You could have a bad fuel pump, bad fuel injectors, or even a bad sensor. So we're going to have a look at long-term and short-term fuel trim. Now the long-term fuel trim should stay pretty even because it's an average of a lot of short-term fuel readings over a certain amount of time. So click on that and there's that standard range that I was talking about, right? So we're doing pretty good here, but like let's say you're looking at a car and it's like -50, +40, that's way out of range. Definitely don't want to do that. But we can see here the short-term fuel trim looks like it's going in the right direction, like it's going up and down, and the long-term fuel trim there is set at 12.5%. But again, I'm a visual learner, don't know what that means. Here's a look at the short-term fuel trim on a graph, and it looks pretty good. We're in a nice tight range here. Now for a car this old, it's a 1998 Corolla, it's doing pretty good. Let's go back one, click graph, both of these together, and combine them so we can see the relationship between these two. So again, the orange line should be fluctuating up and down. The blue line is the long term. It should stay pretty flat until it gets a new reading and then it'll change. Well, all right, guys, there is just a couple of easy ways that you can utilize this scanner to purchase a new used car. Nice, big, bright screen, fast processor is capable of putting multiple points on a graph at the same time. If you're looking for an easy to use, reliable OBD2 scanner to help you out, this could be a great option for you. Well, all right, guys, this is the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase this awesome scanner from Thinkcar, make sure to check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.